What's up, coolers, and welcome to Barca Dream Team. And today, we are going to be discussing the possible arrival of Jules Kounde. Is he the right choice for centre-back, and is he worth the big money? We're talking about Barca's interest in Raphinha and his possible move from Leeds United. He would have been available for €25 million had Leeds been relegated, but of course now, that price has gone up significantly. We hope you'll subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell. There's a lot to discuss in today's video, so let's get started. Now when it comes to Jules Kounde, Barca have entered the race to sign the 23-year-old French centre-back from Sevilla, as reported by Fabrizio Romano. His contract runs until 2024 and his release clause is reportedly set between 60 and €65 million. And I have to say, we've really seen him develop into one of the best centre-backs in La Liga since his move to Sevilla in 2019. At the age of 23, he's already a very highly rated young centre-back, so there's no surprise that there was Premier League interest in him from Chelsea and Newcastle United. So when it comes to his position, he plays at right centre-back for Sevilla, but could we see him shift to the left-hand side and form a centre-back partnership with Ronald Araujo? His best qualities are his defensive work rate, his ability to make forward runs, and progression of the ball. Now let's be honest guys, Kounde is a top player, and could this be the centre-back pairing to succeed Puyol and Piqué? And this is why Xavi has already identified Kounde as a key target in this summer's transfer window, and he's made this clear to Barca's technical team and to President Joan Laporta. However, after a good performance last season, would Sevilla be willing to sell one of their key players to a direct rival? And you can see why it might be unlikely for them to sell Kounde, having already completed the move of Diego Carlos to Aston Villa. With Rudiger and Christensen set to move from Chelsea to Spain this summer, Barca were going to face stiff competition from Thomas Tuchel's side for Kounde's signature. However, with Newcastle signing Sven Botman from Lille, and Chelsea prioritising De Ligt, you would think that would be much easier for us to sign Kounde. Having said that, following Barca's cash injection with the sale of stakes in BLM, the economic conditions are set to improve. And then of course there's the player's preference. Because guys, as reported by Mundo Deportivo, Kounde would prefer to sign for Barca. And you can see why that is. This is a World Cup year, and being a first team player for Barca is going to vastly improve his chances to get into the France squad for Qatar. Now, there are reports that Barca are prepared to make an opening bid of 50 million plus a player. And could we finally see the club offload a player like Lenglet, Braithwaite or Mingueza? And that certainly would be a massive boost for us. And finally guys, we would give the transfer of Kounde to Barca a 60% probability because of the asking price and the competition from Premier League clubs.
Moving on now to Raphinha. Now he's been on Barca's radar since last season, but now a number of Premier League clubs like Arsenal, Spurs and Chelsea are very interested in the Brazilian. The main question for today is, at €65 million, is he worth that big money? The two things in Barca's favour are that the player reportedly would prefer to play in La Liga next season, and also his agent, former Barca legend Deco, has a very good relationship with the club. And there are a lot of rumours flying around about Raphinha at the moment, especially as President Joan Laporta was pictured recently just hanging out with Deco and Samuel Eto'o. And was this the meeting to discuss the Brazilian's move to the Camp Nou? Because according to Fabrizio Romano, personal terms have been agreed and Barca are willing to offer around €40 million, but Leeds would not be willing to sell for anything less than 65. Negotiations have slowed down due to no agreement being made with Leeds for the transfer fee. Because of this, no offer will be made as of yet. Of course, we could have signed him for €25 million had Leeds been relegated, but it turned out that Raphinha was the catalyst in Leeds' survival. involved in a total of 11 goals and ironically scoring a goal in the win against Brentford, which kept them up in that final day drama. He's a player who has pace, he can take on defenders and cause a lot of problems for the opposition defence. And I'm sure that many Barca fans would like to see him in our team next season. And guys, this is a very versatile player we're talking about. He can play anywhere across the front three and as an attacking midfielder. But Raphinha's move to the Camp Nou is going to depend on a number of key factors. First of all, there's the situation of Ousmane Dembele. I'm sure, guys, we're all getting frustrated with this saga. It seems to be dragging on and on as we get closer to the 30th of June when his contract comes to an end. We know that Xavi is intent on keeping Dembele and values him very highly as a key member of his team. Because, guys, no big offers have come in from the Premier League or from PSG. And so, as reported by Diario AS, could we see Dembele make a U-turn and accept Barca's offer? We should be in complete control here. Barca should not be dictated to by Dembele and his agent. He was, after all, one of our record signings 5 years ago, and he really hasn't made any impact at all until 6 months ago. But if he does indeed decide to stay, that would surely be the end of the Raphinha deal. Next, we do need to talk about our very own Alex Collado. He's gained some experience with regular game time during his loan spell at Granada. He's not a traditional winger, but he likes to start on the right and cut inside onto his left foot. And we know from his Barca B days that Collado is excellent at set pieces. And since Messi left, guys, we are obviously desperate for a set piece specialist. Now he's back in Barcelona, Xavi wants him to be involved in his pre-season plans. And speaking back in January, Xavi said, "I would like him to always play because he is ours and he has a lot of talent. The goal is for Collado to return in June, and he's done just that." Collado is a very exciting homegrown La Masia player, and at the age of 23 you would like to think he would be introduced into the first team now. And given Barca's economic situation, it seems obvious, guys, to make more use of our youth system. So, next season we seem to be covered in the right wing position with Collado, Abde, Ferran Torres and of course Dembele if he stays, so the move for Raphinha would be less likely. So based on the current situation, guys, I'll give this transfer a likelihood of 40%. So if you like this video, guys, make sure you hit that notification bell and subscribe to BDT. We'll see you next time. Visca Barça!